I could not wait to get back into the studio for today's show, partially because we're off to the best new member start of the year, 213 new members in the first 6 days of January so far. By far our best start ever in a new year. Partially, I couldn't wait to get back in the studio today because the YouTube channel, despite it being January, which is usually the worst month of the year, is already on track to surpass 2018 by 30%, even without any more growth throughout the year. But it wasn't just self-serving stuff. I also couldn't wait to get back into the studio today because it was a huge news weekend, starting with the news that Robert Mueller's Trump-Russia investigation has been extended, potentially by up to 6 additional months. Now, why is this huge? It's huge because Trump and his defenders have been telling us for more than a year now that this thing is almost over. Forget for a second that they said it would never get going, right? Forget for a second that they said no one would ever be indicted, no one would be convicted, no one would go to prison. Those ships have already sailed over the horizon. But remember that starting last Thanksgiving, and by that I mean Thanksgiving 2017, okay, not 2018, they were saying Mueller will be done by Christmas 2017. Mueller will be done by January 2018. Mueller will be done by summer 2018, Thanksgiving 2018, Christmas 2018, and then we were told right after the new year 2019, Mueller's going to be done. Well, we learned over the weekend that the Mueller grand jury has been extended by a period up to 6 months, meaning the investigation could go on up to 6 more months, if not longer. Now, the actual duration may vary depending on how much more work there is to do. And what I mean by that is the grand jury was initially 18 months. It's now been extended for up to a 6 month period. If Mueller just needs another month, then this would just cover that additional month and then it could end. But whatever the time is, this has been extended and we should expect many more indictments because it is the extension of a grand jury. Indictments, of course, so far include Michael Flynn and Paul Manafort and Rick Gates, Konstantin Kilimnik, I never know how to pronounce his last name, 12 Russian military intelligence officers, 13 Russians, and 3 Russian companies. And remember that Michael Cohen's indictment was actually for a separate case, not the Mueller investigation per se. We're still expecting indictments for Roger Stone and Jerome Corsi, possibly Donald Trump Jr., and who knows at this point how much further this will go. And it's really important to understand that when this decision is made by a judge to extend a grand jury beyond 18 months, they are looking at whether the extension is in the interest of the public. And a judge looked at everything and decided that despite the fact that they've already had 18 months of this grand jury, it is indeed in the public interest for the grand jury to be extended. And I am just shocked, Pat, that Rudy Giuliani wasn't telling us the truth when he said time and time again that this thing was almost over.
Yeah. My rational mind says that this is a good thing because it'll give Mueller more time and we can really get to the bottom of what happened in 2016 and potentially we'll see more indictments because of it. But on the other side, I kind of want it to wrap up. I want to see what happened. I want to hear what Mueller's findings are. And I guess we'll just have to be patient. But by the time 6 months is up, that's going to be 2 full years of an investigation. Maybe the country is getting tired of it.
Well, it's not. I mean, here's the thing. Politics aside, country getting tired and fatigued aside, this isn't shocking. Watergate went on for years. This is a massive undertaking. You're looking at criminality across multiple countries, across all levels of the organization that was Donald Trump running for president. And, every time that we hear it's almost over, we have to remember, wait a second, how would anyone know that? Mueller has been running one of the tightest ships, no leaks, one of the most professionally run investigations of its kind. When we actually learn what's going on, it's either because, number one, there are court documents filed which we can read, or number two, judges or other parties confirm that something happened, like this grand jury extension, which was confirmed by the judge. Every single supposed leak that Trumpists have pushed out about what's about to happen has fallen flat because Mueller is not taking any of this. He's not participating in this news and gossip complex that so often pervades these things. When we found out that one of his investigators was sending inappropriately biased texts, that individual was immediately dismissed. This is a Republican special counsel who has run an airtight ship. The Trumpists still want to defame and malign him. And I hope people are ready for 2019 because it's going to be an absolutely massive year politically. Today's program is sponsored in part by ZipRecruiter. You know what is smart? Kicking off the new year by planning out which roles your business needs to hire for. You know what else is smart? Starting the new year off strong by going to ziprecruiter.com/Pakman to actually hire the right people for those jobs. Unlike other job sites, ZipRecruiter finds qualified candidates for you. It has powerful matching technology, which scans thousands of resumes, identifies people with the right skills, education, and experience, and then it actively invites them to apply to your job so that you get qualified candidates fast. This is why ZipRecruiter is rated #1 by employers in the US. This rating comes from hiring sites on Trustpilot with over 1,000 reviews. And right now, my listeners and viewers can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/Pakman. If you love our show, show your support to our show and to ZipRecruiter by going to ziprecruiter.com/PAKMAN. That's ziprecruiter.com/Pakman. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire.